Hello, and welcome back to All We Do is Survive the Apocalypse. We are once again out of the studio, even after promising you all we would always be podcasting from the studio. But the government of the United Kingdom said no. So I am joined today, as ever, from a different living room somewhere else in London, Mr. Ali Woods.
Hello, listeners. Hello, Tom. Happy New Year, everyone listening to this.
Yeah,
2021. How much fun are we going to have? Loads, I reckon.
it can
It's
only get better. As the song would say, it can only get better.
you know what I was thinking in the last episode when I was like, you know what? It's all going to be all right. May, we're going to be back to it. Just give us a couple months. This too shall pass. And now I'm like, maybe not. maybe it's never going to pass, and we're just perpetually going to be in tears and tears, and
Yeah.
in our living rooms, and constantly being told just a little bit longer, and then we'll all be fine and spiffing, and then fall
Guys,
away and they say, "Guys, you fucked it. It's not us.
yeah.
Everyone's been doing wrong." And then
Yeah, yeah. I think they just I don't want to get shouted at, but I think they've just cancelled Coachella, which is the first major festival of the sort of spring summer period.
no, they haven't come paying us on
I know,
Coachella. Oh my god, that's literally my life ruined.
I
That's
know, I know, I know.
literally my life over.
But that is the first thing to fall of
When's
2021.
that? April?
I imagine. I can't. I imagine that it March when they do the Gold Cup, the horse racing, the last event of last year that went on.
Was it? Is that the one
Yeah,
where they
it was
were all
Cheltenham. Yeah, Cheltenham. They were all like partying, and then they all got corona.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Shock. They're like,
Mm.
cases has really gone up. It's like, I
Bloody
wonder why.
mental. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a shame for Coachella. I mean, obviously, it's really hitting the toughest people in life,
Yeah, yeah.
the West Coast party goers.
Bruh, I literally already got my Molly. Like, I
Yeah,
don't even
exactly.
know what I'm gonna do with it now.
What? The
Yeah.
doofus is in charge of stuff.
Yeah.
Stop me enjoying my life. God, man,
God.
this is gonna be so whack this year.
Gonna have to go surfing now instead. God damn it.
Exactly. God, that's like the least vibes thing to ever happen. Like
Yeah.
literally the least vibes thing.
People are so obsessed with vibes now. People just want vibes. Like the internet doesn't even need to be a joke or a bit of information. Just a vibe. Just
There's a vibe.
people sitting on a sofa in a cool way.
Yeah,
That's what
and
the
they're like,
internet
this
loves.
is
Vibe.
there's like a dog who's sleeping, and they're like, this
Mm.
is the vibe.
Yeah.
And
Vibes.
we're there like painfully working on comedy material. I mean, I'm not saying it's therefore good, but it's very
Yeah.
painful. And then
I'm gonna get my girlfriend to film me as I lie down on a skateboard and go down the road drinking tea.
all right, you got a girlfriend. Well done. Congratulations. I need to bring out this 3 minutes into the new year. Well done, Tom. Really cool.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, that I would watch that, to be fair, if you're on a skateboard. Like that dude, he's so
Yeah,
cool.
don't worry, mate. Look what I got for Christmas.
Is it a skateboard?
Look what my little brother said. You didn't ask for anything for Christmas, so he got me
Got you
a
a skateboard.
skateboard.
Wow. It's good to see that he's still buying for essentially a 13-year-old. That's nice,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. He just looked at me and went, "I know what you need."
Is it rad? Is it radical?
Yeah, it's pretty. I would say it's pretty rad. I'm gonna catch some serious air.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been working on my nollie tray flips, so this is it's gonna be
I
sick.
don't even know what that meant, but it sounded cool. That's
It's
nice. I'm like, that aren't reacting to it. And I got this skateboard,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wow, that's. Be careful when you're on it. Did you get the shin pads as well?
I don't know if you know, but I think I could possibly be one of the only skateboarding comedians in England. So I actually really care about skateboarding. Yeah, so skateboarding comedian. So skateboarder as well. But like I think I am going to be pitching for that co-commentator light relief at the Olympics because skateboarding is in the Olympics. So I want to be a part of the British commentary. I'll be going anyway because fingers crossed my cousin's going to be in the Olympics. But if they need someone, guys, I can be the British commentary Olympic skateboarding person.
Look at us sitting here talking about the Olympics as if it's not going to be cancelled in about 2 months' time.
No, he's sworn. He's sworn the Olympics is happening. It's happening. He says they said they're going to put it on regardless. If you show up, you show up.
If they all die, oh, well, they got to outrun COVID. That's the new event.
Wouldn't it be great if they were like, okay, well, you know, your nominated athlete's not showed up, but if there is another British person who wants to take your role in the javelin, and that would be a really good way to encourage athletes to show up and be like, well, if you don't, if there's another person from your nationality, they can enter in your spot, and then just see the level of nutter that shows up to
do. What would you be best? What do you think you have the best go at on the Olympics?
I think we've spoken about this before, and it came down to if we had to do both winter and regular Olympics, I already know what I would be. I'm a pretty good snowboarder, but I'd be the guide for a blind snowboarder. So I think I could snowboard pretty damn fast, and I reckon I could guide a guy down.
You're going for winter Paralympics, mate.
Yeah,
that's some bloody ambition, Tom. You could be anything, Tom, in the Olympics. Well, do you know the winter one? Yeah, no, the Paralympics. I would be an able-bodied person in the Paralympics.
No, but realistically, like guns to my head, that's what I'd got the most chance of winning at. Or maybe like the pellet gun shooting. I could probably do all right. The pellet gun shooting.
I think I'd be good at it.
You would not. You have no idea. Do you know we all laugh at speedwalkers, but you don't know how hard they train. They are like insanely good.
Take it very seriously, sir. You haven't seen me go great guns though down the high street.
Oh, really?
Down that high road. I'll tell you what, I am.
Couple of shopping bags and we're good to
go. People overtake. I overtake cars sometimes. I'm going that quickly. People try to catch up with me on bikes.
People look at that and they're like, it's fucking Terminator, the speed that he's picking up.
You better believe me. I'd say, who's that Blur? Who's that ginger pale Blur? Is that Sonic the Hedgehog walking down East London? No, mate. It's me. I'll be quick at that. Well, I hope what did you say, your brother or your cousin?
My cousin.
Hope your cousin gets in. And
shout out Charlie Owers in the 4-man row team. So fingers crossed.
He must be really, really good at rowing.
Yeah, like probably one of the best in the world. Yeah, not even because England generally win. So yeah.
How tall is he?
It's got to be 6'6", maybe 6'7". Like it's massive.
Yeah, good for him, mate. I told you I volunteered at the Olympics, didn't I? 2012.
Yeah.
It was in the 100 meters. I just volunteered. Yeah, go on.
I looked at him and they were like, "Yeah, you've got what it takes."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got that desire in your eyes. That's what it is.
Yeah, I've learned a lot about like Olympic sort of stuff in and around him, and like I think a lot of people do it in their 20s because also it makes you like insanely employable. Like a firm would absolutely love to employ you if they looked at your CV and it said Olympic gold medal at the top of it. Like that makes you stand out from the crowd. Not too many people with that on the CV.
They love it, and I think that's in a lot of athletes' victory speeches. Is they go, well, you know, I did this for my country, I did this for my children, but mostly it's so I could get a good
be employed at HSBC. Finance. Yeah.
We could get a good finance and investment firm would be looking at me, and that's what we're all really doing this for. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you. I can't wait for that 120k base. Come
exactly. On, me and George Osborne just bowling it up in the city, just setting 6 figures, 7 figures even, just for doing not much. My mate, I was talking to my mate, right? Because I got friends, whatever, get over it. But I was talking to my mate today, and he was saying how he works at one of these big law firms. So just in case I ever get in any trouble, you know, he can be in the prosecution.
Finance to help you.
So I know him personally as well, and he's definitely guilty. So he said that the end of year thing they had, they were like big first like London meeting to like end the year, and big on Zoom, and the partner person was like talking about obviously this year got a lot of cost cutting measures. You know, and then he started saying it like really proudly. It's like, you know, we didn't have the partners, you know, Christmas party this year, so that is £6 million saved. And everyone was like, I was like, what? And he was like beaming, like, you know, you're welcome, guys. You know, how can you smash out £6 million on like a weekend away?
Yeah, especially as also the amount of staff they probably let go if it's like other law firms in the city, people made redundant left, right, and center. Like it's just
this is it as well. So my other mate works in finance, right? I got high achieving. You know what it's like, Tom? High achieving friends and family. They're
Forward.
like, what do you do? Mime? Is it? No, it's
Yeah,
comedy.
yeah, yeah,
So you're getting paid? Yeah, sometimes.
yeah, yeah. For me and my family, it's like, Charlie's off to the Olympics, and Tom is on TikTok. So
Oh,
that's something.
everyone's
That's
like,
news.
"What's that?" Not important.
Not important. Don't worry about it.
So
Don't worry
it's
about
like
it.
films. Yeah, if the films were like 15 seconds, it's
Yeah, and
short.
mainly viewed by children. It's like kids' TV. Don't worry.
Yeah. But he works in finance and he works for like a financial consultancy firm, and they do like insolvencies and liquidations and stuff, and like mass
Makes must be killing
redundancies
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
So they sent around an email at the end of the year going, obviously, this has been a very difficult year for everyone. We've actually had our best year
Yeah.
ever. We've actually
Lit.
had so
Smashed
much
it. Yeah.
work this year.
Yeah.
We've hired more people.
Oh,
And
you've been cashing in on misery. Yeah, it's crazy. But apparently, so my old flatmate was in corporate law, and he said after the first recession in 2008, a lot of people retrained and went into insolvency law because there was just so much more work and you could get employed straight away.
that's sad, isn't it? That is
Yeah.
sad. You ain't got a job. You should try firing people. There's so
Yeah.
much work needed.
Firing people, and if you could get really good at sort of bundling up all their office furniture and sort of flogging it for a real discount rate, like that would also be
Yeah,
that'd be great as
bailiffs.
well.
Not demand for
Yeah,
bailiffs right now. We could do
huge
that.
demand for bailiffs. Yeah, that's big, big, big money in bailiffs. Yeah,
Couldn't do a bailiff, man. I'd go in and they'd
nah,
be like, "Don't take away my TV." I'd go,
yeah.
"Oh, go on then, you cheeky sort. Have it."
Now, being a bailiff would be a proper shitty job. Bailiff shit job.
I was chatting to my mate about you remember "Don't pay, we'll take it away."
Oh
That
god, peak British shitty TV like that, and
yeah,
that and Poverty Street. Was it called Poverty Street, or was it
there was
like?
something like that. Yeah, or
Yeah,
Benefit Street, I think it might have been.
yeah, yeah.
And there was a wonderful era of programming where suddenly everyone had digital and Sky, and there were all these channels, right? And they just had to fill them with shit, like just any old shit. Don't pay, will take it away. But it was actually my sister I was talking to about this, and she was like, the best one was when they'd go, "Mr. Terence," and they go, "Well, it's not me. I don't know who that is. Are you not Mr. David Terence?" And they'd be like, "Doesn't live here, mate." And then you hear a voice from it says, "David, who's that?" They'd be like,
Classic. More. No idea. I
"I'm James. You got any
don't know. Have
ID,
a
mate?"
word.
No.
Yeah.
You got
You and me.
no ID on you
Yeah.
in your own house? Nope.
Yeah. No. I don't even live here. Who are you? Yeah.
Visiting, mate.
Yeah.
So
No,
good.
it's like there's a clip going viral on social media at the moment, and it's just it's captioned like, early noughties British TV was savage, and it's like this presenter, and it's like one of those like fat family shows. He's going to like help a fat family. He's just like, and like the puns he's making is just like, oh, they're absolutely eating from the trough. These fatties, they're gonna rolling down the hill. It's just so brutal. It's just like it would never be able to be like that now. But
You don't
back
have
in the
that
day,
as
we
well.
loved it. We
Yeah.
loved it.
You don't
Secret Eaters, and then they'd be like, I did love those shows. Like, 'cause at the end of it, they'd be like, "Yeah, I've been monitoring myself, and I'm just still putting on weight." And then they look at it,
Yeah,
it's just like, "Yeah,
I've
but
been
you want."
sticking exactly to it. I've done the program
Yeah.
letter by letter.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they look at it and they go and they show them the footage of them eating throughout the week, and it's just like, "Ah, here's your problem. You're putting mayonnaise on everything. That's an issue."
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean? When you eat a bag of crisps, I'm not gonna not dip it in
There's no
mayonnaise.
such thing as a Maltesers salad. You do know that, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. What?
It's like, I love that where they're like, yeah, they just, and it goes, well, let's see the footage. It's just like a camera.
Yeah.
Also, just the inhumane just having a camera in your kitchen on the fridge.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
them
Just
filming in,
filming them all. And
getting
he's
out
just
of
like,
the cage, just eating it all themselves.
yeah, I just had a bit of bacon, and it's just like and a stick of butter melted in the pan to make it.
So good, man.
Oh,
Tell you
days.
what,
Well,
I ate lots though, bruv. Do you
oh,
remember
this.
about a month ago? I was in good nick. I was
Mm,
prison fit. I
mm,
was locked down and I had weights and I was just
mm.
letting out my anger on the weights, right? And now
Look at that.
look at that kettlebell, 14 kg. It's quite heavy. Oh, yeah.
Mate, went to the dump, right, over the Christmas period.
Jealous.
Went to the dump, and some nutter was just throwing out 2 of them. And we were like, "Can we have them?" And he was like, "Yeah."
So you got two 14 kgs, and that's
Yep.
just specifically 14.
Yeah, two 14
Why
kgs.
have
Yeah.
you got? Why are you sitting somewhere, by the way, where you've got a 14 kg dumbbell and a skateboard? What sort of room is this? What?
Sort of like Harry Potter's room of requirement, but for my life. So it's just sort of skateboards,
Just like a
weights.
bit of a legend. What I require is like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
skateboard to absolutely like
yeah,
freewheel it
yeah.
down High Road, and then
There's actually just a few like fit birds in the corner as well.
exactly. I think actually I'm in their room of requirement, if you know what I
Yeah,
mean. Like,
yeah. There's some fit birds and some sort of like Tom Ford tuxedos, and that's really it. Like just some
yeah,
weights.
yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
How did it go down with your bird with her presents? Did it go well?
Oh
Did you do
yeah.
well?
Did won the present lottery. She got me some lit ass AirPods.
Oh,
But
AirPods, nice.
yeah, but yeah, no, she it all went well, all good, gift giving all
No
round.
problems. I
I got
remember
my
being
parents.
yeah.
I got my parents for Christmas. Me and my little brother paid an artist to paint their dog. So
What?
yeah, we got them a painting of their dog.
Oh, I thought you meant paint the dog, as in paint on the dog.
Oh
I was like, who would?
yeah,
A, is the dog all right? And B, who the fuck would want that? What have you painted him?
yeah. We just dyed the dog. It was black, and we were like, oh, well, you have a white dog, and we just dyed it. Yeah,
You look nodding and be like, we painted their dog.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
zigzags and like sort of warrior symbols and stuff.
yeah.
Painting of the dog. And did that go down well? Well, for your parents, yeah?
Yeah, they enjoyed it. They've now got a nice painting of the dog.
Yeah, because your dad likes the dog more than you, doesn't he?
Oh, big time. Yeah, yeah, 100%, 100%. So, yeah, the dog also, I put it on my Instagram for the people who saw, went on his first doggy date with a female dog. That's James Blunt's dad's dog. So there you go.
Ooh.
Right.
Need I say
Yeah.
more? Sorry to drop
Need to
that
say
name in
more.
there.
Yeah, yeah. James wasn't there, but hopefully on the next day he will be. Play them a bit of romantic music while they get it on. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Could be having
But
James Blunt dad's dog puppies.
are they trying to mate? Is that the thing? Are they trying to, or is it
Yeah. Yeah. So you put them like in a room together, basically, and then
just
they
try
go.
and let them get on with it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Did they do it?
they did the deed. Yeah, yeah.
Goodness
My
me.
dad actually sent almost too much graphic detail about the dog deed. Also, my mum's been getting really pissed off at him because for like months he's been watching dog breeding videos, basically
Oh
dog
yeah, I bet he
shagging.
has.
Yeah. And he keeps showing everyone dog shagging on YouTube, and he's just like, the thing is, right? They just got to be together for a certain period, right? You need them together for a certain period to
This is
get
the
the
best thing.
optimization.
I like this one
Yeah,
personally. This is my favourite. He really gets in there. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So that's been going on for a while. Yeah, we should just talk quickly. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a sorry state thanks to the government of the United Kingdom. They have put us in tier 4 with an alleged tier 5 round the corner. Who knows?
such good memes about that, by the way, and tier
Yeah.
10 and that sort of
Tier
stuff.
10. Yeah, I mean, just a few dapper laughs. What's tier 10? Boris just comes around and fucks you.
I had the ones where it was Boris in a helicopter, and it's like Boris just going around in a chopper sniping you when you try and take out your bins. And
Yeah,
then also
yeah.
another one where it's like, this is tier 5. You open your door and there's one of these, and someone had put a claymore, like from Call of Duty, one of those bombs, just at the front door.
Excellent.
Which is very good.
We are in a sorry situation right now, unfortunately, with the state in which Boris Johnson has put the country. New COVID. Look, I have my sources in every field and profession, as you well know.
How are you big on TikTok and connected to the British government? It's surely is that those two. There's not a Venn diagram that happens.
You would think I'm it. I am. I'm that middle ground, but unpredictable, ladies and gentlemen. But not only that, but I also have been in and around lots of paramedics over the recent.
From the
Not
skateboarding.
because, yeah, mainly. But and they're saying it's bad. People on the frontline workers are saying it is getting pretty dicey. This new COVID does seem to spread at a much faster rate than before. They don't know. I mean, the vaccine, they're fingers crossed saying still works and still good, but realistically, we won't know that until.
I was going to say that's my main question: is the vaccine, does it work against this new strain?
Well, all I'm saying is I now know a few paramedics who have had COVID twice. So even if you got the vaccine, your immunity won't be there forever. You can still get it again. So lots of them have had it twice. So lots of them got it back in March, and then lots of them got it now.
That is not good. That is quite worrying.
No, I would say real bad. But yeah, you can. It does look more and more like you can get COVID twice, and your antibodies don't last forever. So a vaccine was only there to create antibodies and protect you from the virus. So eventually, your antibodies will wear off, and then you won't be protected from the virus again. And I guess they'll have to start vaccinating 50 million people all over again in 6 months' time. I don't know.
Bruv, that is the definition of long. Well, I thought that the antibodies lasted 6 months. If you got it once, but I don't know why have we got this new strain. I was happy with the old strain. I hate to be a coronavirus traditionalist, but in my day, we had one strain of coronavirus, and we were unhappy, and that was fine.
Yeah.
Everyone got on with it. Right now, there's all this new strain. All these young people are getting. I don't like it, to be honest. Don't like it.
Keep the schools shut. That's the problem. That's the issue. That is the problem.
They are shutting, aren't they? Or are they reopening? Or
Well, they're facing. They're facing the children. Yeah, they are worried because head teachers are starting to sort of revolt a bit and be like, "No way can we open schools back up because it's so dangerous." I think people are genuinely worried. But then you're faced with this crazy predicament where, all right, a lot of the time, obviously, we slag off the government here, but it is a very difficult decision to make. Because if you keep kids out of school, how damaging is that to the rest of their life if they're missing big chunks of school? And how damaging is it to the economy? Because then you've got parents being like, well, how can I work and have my kids at home, and all these factors to play in. But it's either like you either keep them all at home and it damages lives and the economy, or you put them in a giant corona crash, which is a school, and let them mix. So
we'll get it. Let them all enjoy themselves. Everyone has. Maybe all the kids have to just do boarding school now. They all just. Every school becomes a boarding school. They just lock them in, and they go, right, teachers, good luck. They have them for 3 months, and then they get it back to their parents.
That or just wouldn't it be great if it was just like teachers teaching in hazmat suits, just full hazmat.
Each kid has a Zorba ball that they all stay in at all times.
Bubble boys,
bubble kids, and they all just run around in these balls like hamsters. What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
that'd be fine. It's tough, man. Generally, is very tough. Like there's now a real problem, like because people aren't happy with the thinking of, well, we need to do this for a bit because then we'll be better later. Because everyone's like, you said that to us already twice, and it ain't worked, bruv. So now people are either like, we need to do something really strict for a long period of time, or I think more people are sort of like, let's just fucking go for it. Let's just
YOLO, yeah.
Let's just go out and do whatever we want. Open everything back up. Because it is civil unrest is very high right now. People are not happy.
And I think for me now, and okay, if the vaccine works, whatever, okay, cool. Then we don't have to worry about it. It's all great. However, for me, I think the best case scenario would be do the vaccine, stamp it out to its really, really low levels. Okay, this is what I would do. Okay, stamp it to its really low level, like it was in the summer, and then do a full national lockdown and fully eradicate it. But obviously, the entire world would have to agree to do that, and so once the vaccine's been rolled out, you'd have a global lockdown where you can stamp the virus to virtually none, and then you bring in a wicked track and trace, and that's how in Australia and New Zealand, they're having fucking raves right now. It's an absolute party, okay? But that's because they had like the strictest lockdown, and they got it to a point where there were like no cases.
Yeah, but people don't listen in our country, bro. They don't do what they're supposed to.
The UK has not had a day where we've not had like, I don't know, at least like 500 new cases. Like that was low. That's like nothing. That's like, what, 500? That's amazing.
I was saying this to my friend, like if you'd have said back in March, April that we were going to break the cases record in like You'd have been like, nah, it'll be
Nah,
then, surely.
nah,
It's all
bruv,
fine.
it's gonna be gone by September. It was gonna be
I think
it was
summer.
spring, then summer, then September, and now it's like, wait, it's been almost a year and it's worse. I don't.
My hope is that the vaccine works proper good,
Mm,
and then
yeah,
it was the reverse of 2020. So January, February, and March, shit, and then it just gets better slowly from then on until Christmas.
hopefully it doesn't get bad again. Yeah.
Until then, the zombie apocalypse begins. Bro, it's not good. I worry, because you see stuff as well where it's like people writing about what was it, the Spanish flu? Was it like
Mm.
100 years ago?
Second wave, way worse. Second wave was worse. Yeah.
And being like, good that year's over. Now on to 1921, and then
Yeah.
it's like the Spanish flu would continue for another 4 years. It was like, oh no,
Fucking kill millions. Like, oh, okay, shit.
bro. Do you remember how exciting it was in March when it was like, what? There's this lockdown. Everyone's got Zoom. Everyone's like calling each other. What are we supposed to do? You got an hour of exercise a day. It's madness. But it's like, what? And now it is just sickening.
Just
Yeah.
dead. Just so dead. And everyone's like, I don't give a shit about this or fucking Corona. This is just awful. It's long. People's mental health is suffering like mad. I don't know. Human beings are sociable animals by nature, and they do need interaction. So I do feel for the people. I know we've spoken about this loads, but the people who are sort of maybe isolated with people they don't know, or then or people don't like, or or if anyone's currently in a sort of a relationship that's not going well and they're suffering because of it. It's tough, and I do feel for you.
Well, you just got to do the little things that keep you sane. Whether that be chatting to your friends, or not chatting to your friends, or watching some good stuff, or making videos. Just set yourself some goals for the next 2 months and just give it a go.
We're always available through the AIDIF Pod Instagram. If you DM that AIDIF Pod Instagram, one of us will reply to you 100%.
Yeah.
If you direct message us, we may not reply to you. But if you go through the AIDIF Pod Instagram, we are thirsty for anyone to message that Instagram. So we will reply.
We will reply to you. So you've got two legends here. If you want a chat,
a chatteroony, yeah.
So look after yourself. And look, we're going to keep podcasting. Ain't no apocalypse stopping us from doing this. So don't worry about that.
Don't worry. There's a lot of worries that this will not be produced every week, because it will. Oh, it will.
We'll be podcasting through the nuclear fallout. We will be doing it whenever.
Well, I'll be coming on being like, all I do is try not to get eaten by the zombies. Oh, classic.
And I'll be like, Ali, how you doing? Well, I did get bitten this morning, so we probably should keep this quick.
And I'm joined as ever by hopefully my co-host, Mr. Ali Woods. Hopefully.
But look after yourself. Do the things that make you happy as much as you can, and be safe out there. And that's what I'll say. But we will keep producing this, and thank you for listening as always. 2021, we're gonna have a better year, maybe.
Mate, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Just that's all. I say nothing at this point about anything.
I'm writing off January and February. They're written off.
Done.
Give me some months later, though. I beg.
May. Give me May. Give me May. May's gonna be big. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Well, it could be where Sally. You could have booked a trip to Jamaica. You can't go on. So there you go. That's.
I can't go to Jamaica anyway. Doesn't that insult doesn't affect me from you? I can't have no empathy for you, Tom. I don't care. Good.
All right. There's the equivalent of like booking a trip to Scandinavia to a place where it's never sunny. That's the pain I'm going through.
Cave.
Yeah.
Trip down the cave.
Caves, yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will continue to do this as ever. Thank you so much for listening to All I Do Is Fail. We will be posting clips on social media. We do have YouTube. I know none of you have opted to watch it, but it's there if you decide one day you want to.
Views. It gets views.
Yeah, in the tens. So that's good.
Yeah.
And we are also on, and I am also on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter, believe it or not. And Ali?
I'm on all the socials. Come find me, Ali Wizgies, if you're not already. But look, just enjoy yourself. We'll be with you. If you want to donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/AIDIFpod, and that will get you an extra episode every week. And we're going to, I know this one was a bit late, but we're going to get back to producing episodes on Fridays and then on the YouTube on Saturdays. And then the Patreon episode goes live on Tuesdays. So but back to the routine now to give us some semblance of normality. So we'll see you weekly.
We'll see you then, guys. All right.
Take
Happy
care.
pandemic.
Bye-bye.
Bye.